2017. You couldn't bring it in 2018. You have to understand, in order for God to prosper, he said, above all things, how would that you prosper? Come on. As your soul prosper. So what good does it do us, men? Well, I know my language is all over, but it doesn't matter. What good does it do us to have all this prosperity and be sick and can't enjoy it? There's a lot of folk that's got a lot of money and can't enjoy it because they're sick and they spending thousands and thousands every day looking for a cure. Here we are. Some of us would say the bottom of the totem pole. I beg to differ. I ain't on the bottom of nobody's pole. Because God said I'm the head, not the tail. I'm going to be the not always can I borrow. I don't care what TRW said. If God says I can have it, I can have it. If your leader says you can have it, you can have it. But you can't walk on, you can't walk on the car lot and be all arrogant. You can't be arrogant. You can't act, they already know you the man. But you gotta let God talk. When you walk on the car lot, you gotta let God direct you to who to go to. Sometimes you go to the wrong salesman and they have you there all day. But God will send you to the right salesman. And in a few hours you'll come out with what you want. You hear what I say? Don't settle for what the world says. You take what God wants you to have. So David pursued and he said he recovered all. Y'all ain't listening to me? Bruh, sickness is all sickness is not until death. Yeah, every now and then the Lord has to do that. Because he wants to get us on focus. He wants us to be a light to the other men. This man taking medicine, so what? That's what they said I need to take. But what they don't really see is the blood that's applied to my life. The weapon can be formed, but it will not prosper. Ultimate fighters. We got to be men in all facets of life. Not just in our house, not just on our job, but we got to be men in the street. We can't flip-flop. We can't get with the other crew and act like them. And then when we get the leap, we want to act like the bishop. I'm about to lose them. If I praise God in here, I'm going to praise God out there. You got to let the world know I am not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Because if you shame him here, he going to shame you later. You got to understand, these ladies don't want to take over. They want to push, help, meet. So when your electricity runs short, they can tap in and push you the way you need to be. And I'm not knocking the ladies, but this is the year of the men. We need to go back and take our kids back. Take these young men back. And I'm not saying just because you see people having shootings and shooting up the school, young man, wasn't a girl. It was a young man. Took other lives. No guidance. No man. Look at it. Look at the guideline. No man. So how many young men do we have in the street that say, I don't know where my dad is. I don't know who he is. So I had to raise myself. Some of us sitting in here got the same testimony. Your daddy left, so what? You alive. So what you got to do is mount up and say what will not happen is what happened to me. won't happen to my kid. And I'm going to say this, Bishop. See, it's good for us to stand behind here. Preach, holler, hoop, prophesy, and say all them good things and get home in a wreck. Public anointing, but a private wreck. We get in the car, First Lady. You got bishops, preachers, and apostles popping pills, taking drinks, because they don't know how they're going to make it. Do you know how many men of God is one bullet away from blowing their brain out? And y'all got the tenacity to come into the church and don't give God praise? When is the last time you came in here and encouraged your man of God? I'm talking to the men. Y'all ain't liking me now. He's a man. 100% man. So that means he bleed like you do. He got feelings like you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. That's good.
See, it's easy for you to pull on us. That's right. But when can you pour back into us? Am I talking all right, Bishop? Ultimate fighters never forget their training ground.
My God.
That's
My
good.
God.
That's good.
My God.
That's good.
Ultimate fighters. I used to watch the UFC. And they'd be in that octagon. And from the outside, the trainer would say, "Duck, shoot the fire. Shoot the fireman's cap. Shoot a half Nelson." The coach, he ain't in the ring, but you in. I'm catching it. Because what's in the coach, he trying to pour it into the fighter. Even when you're on your back, looking at the lights, the coach get right on the fence. Turn, turn, turn. Shoot the leg the other. Y'all ain't following. So what you saying, Burton? When you think your back is up against the wall, the bishop is in your ear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Don't put your hands down. Keep your guard up. Don't throw in the flag. This is not a time to retreat. It's a time to go forward. Ultimate fighters never go backward. That's a sign of cowardness. I studied them. You notice even though if they're getting ready to get knocked out, they still go forward. They said, "I'd rather you knock me out in your face than knock me out against the fence." Y'all just missed it. Some of the men, your backs are up against the wall. My back been up against the wall. Huh? Just because I say what I say and put words together, I just don't look like what I've been through. But I take what I've been through and turn it into a positive to push me to the next level. Because if I made it through that, the same God that put me in that is the same God that's going to pull me out. But I say to you, leap fighters, stop pulling on the bishop. Come in here and pour into him. You don't know when you see the bishop playing and you see the bishop praising and you see the bishop throwing his hands up, or any man in here, you don't know what it cost them to throw their hands up. We might be, see, one thing about men, we suppress stuff. If something is bothering us, you'll never know. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord. Inside, toe up. Y'all ain't saying nothing. And then we get in a corner, mother, and try to win the battle on our own. You know why? Because every man ain't a man. In other words, you can't connect with somebody who ain't connected to the source. Because you'll connect to the wrong brother. And before you know what you done told him, the church down the street know. The brother across town know. Why you didn't call me? How you find out? Ultimate fighters always get permission first. Listen to your leader. Respect your leader. The battles don't get better, they get worse. The greater the anointing, the greater the assignment. The greater the anointing, the greater the warfare. Your assignment pulls warfare. You think you come in here today because it's Men's Day? You think the enemy ain't waiting for you to get out of church? Don't fool yourself. Listen, we had a colleague, I know Bishop just read about it, went to Bahamas to run revival. He got there Friday.
Yeah.
He preached, Bishop Darrell Coleman.
Yes.
Preached
Yes.
on his way home. Now watch this, because I called, and they said the wife flew to the Bahamas with him.
Yes.
My Lord.
And she didn't go to church because she was tired. Go with me. Had about 4 or 5 members went with him, First Lady. They went to the church and said the bishop, now the bishop was a preacher,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
called his wife at 12:15. Said, I'm on my way back to the hotel. 12:15. Just coming from the church, not the club. Y'all ain't following me.
Yes.
An hour later, the police department was calling the wife, saying that your husband, the bishop, just been killed.
That's right.
Am I talking, Bishop?
That's right. Right.
An hour before, I'm on my way to see you. An hour later, I'm going to see the king. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Killed in a car crash. Him, the driver, and right now we don't know, I don't know the outcome on the other member in the back seat.
Right.
Said the driver had a seizure under the wheel. Hit the wall.
Yes.
Why am I saying this? Because I'm trying to shake you somewhere. Hit the wall, and the car went off the embankment. But the car landed on the side that the bishop was sitting on. Crushed beyond recognition. So you don't think that the enemy is not trying to kill what's in you? You hear me, men? Ultimate fighters withstand the test. You may come, but you ain't gonna win. So what do? We load up our girl. We gird up our loins. We get on our face. You want to know what make the women praise God? When they see men worshiping God.
Amen.
When they see real men calling on God. Come on, it's not about what you put on. You can put on $1,000 suit and still be raggedy inside. We all face trials and tribulations. If I go through anything, I can call Bishop and just lay it right on the line. Look, Doc, this is what it is. And I won't never hear it again. It won't never come up again, because that's my friend. I'm saying to you, you have to connect with people you can trust. Ladies, am I talking right?
Yes.
So what are you talking about? Yeah, I said all that about David and Ziklag. Listen, the enemy attacked his family. How does he get us? He goes after the family. You want to get a man stirred up? I don't care if it's kids. My kids is in New Jersey. You want to see how fast I get there? Mess with them. Ain't gonna be about the bishop. No, you messing with my church. I got that from y'all when I messing with my church. You want to get me stirred up? Mess with my God church, because I treat them, and it's another 4 or 5 of them. I know.
Amen.
See,
Praise him.
see,
God bless you.
Lord help us. But you want to get me to listen? Don't let the sweat fool you.
Come on, sir.
So excuse me, who are you talking to? No. You're gonna respect her because that's a lady.
Amen.
You're gonna respect him because that's a young man. You're
Amen.
not gonna talk to them like they trash. Men, you gotta go to these schools because my godchildren got children.
Amen.
Bishop, I leave the barbecue restaurant, Jarrell, I'll be back, and walk right up in the school. Or you ain't on the list. Call his mom. Well, hold on, let me some speed down. Would you tell these people to bring your son to the office? Because he got issues going on in the school. You're not here to cut up. I'll come to straighten you out in front of them.
Amen.
Oh, did I tell you?
Amen.
They what? I'm on my way. Not let me get to it. No, go now.
Amen.
I went to, Piper?
Piper.
I walked in Piper. The people said, can I help you? I come to see Jakari Porkins now. Well, who are you? Who are you? They brought him, and when he got in the office, he saw me sitting there, and he thought he saw a ghost. How you doing? Sit down. Right? Right in front of the class.
Yes, sir,
Because you
Bishop.
want to know why? Men, if we don't chastise them in front of them, when the police beat them on the street, they don't care who looking. No. Don't get it twisted. See, we want to prophesy and speak in tongues and act tough and let the police beat them. Hold up. I'll beat them before you beat them.
Amen, Bishop.
I'm an ultimate fighter. I said, boy, I had to leave my job to come here. That means you messing with my money. I had to drive 30 minutes running the red lights to get here. And you in class cutting up? By that time, my hand had already clenched up.
Yes, sir, Bishop.
He was like, don't shake now.
No, you're right, Bishop. Yes, sir. You're right. Yes, Lord.
Hear me. You are here to do a job. Get education and keep your mouth shut. I don't care what the teacher said. Ain't that in the rap song? You keep your mouth shut. Check in
And check out.
check out.
Yes, sir.
I didn't ask you to say nothing. Shut up.
Shut it up.
Them Caucasian brothers, because she's lying, was like, well, who is this? I'm his mother's godfather. So this must be the god grandson y'all figured out. Anyway, I didn't have on no suit. I didn't have on no cross. I didn't have on no ring. I had on my shorts, my Nikes, and a greasy t-shirt. If I come back, hear me. If I come back, the way I'm gonna put you in the wall, they're gonna lock me up.
Come on.
And I left, and the lady said, hey, I said, lady, I'm done. I'm going back to work. Trust me, he got it. But you can't do that in front of them. Then when they get home, they cussing your wife out. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, Bishop. I guess I didn't give you much. Don't check him in the school, and then you can't check him at home. Because see, the issue is you ain't checking him at home. That's why they acting up in the school. He say this? I'm going to show you I'm ultimate fighter. I have 3 girls, 3 boys, and a whole heap of godchildren. My daughter stood up in front of me one day. What? We was in the car. I'm here. Her sister was there. She was on the other side. 2 brothers was in the back. My mama, when she was living, was in the front. I wasn't even talking to her. I was talking to the one in the back. Her. Why am I getting an amen from the corner I ain't speaking to? Right. So before you know it, my hand, the one in the middle said, hey, what you need to do is, and she kept bumping. I said, oh, the light switch went. See, when you're ultimate fighter, you're going to be a man, regardless to. Listen, I tell my children, I'm not scared of you.
Right.
I made you. You ain't make me. I'm trying to help you. She kept talking. Girls or boys. The girls are hard on them because, you know, they a little reluctant. They don't believe I'm daddy girl. I will slide you down the floor too. I won't allow another
Yes,
man to
they
hit
will.
because I'm their daddy.
Yes, sir, Bishop.
Let's don't get it twisted. I got the authority to lay hands.
Yes, sir.
You just borrowing it. See, you lay your hands on them, then I'm gonna have to lay hands on you.
Come on, sir.
These women look at me like, that Negro, man. I'm dead serious. She talks so much, bro. I said, Mom, tell Winnie to pull a call. It was raining. It's time to get busy. My mother said, ooh. Dominique, you need to shut up. By that time, I had totally shut down. We in straight infantry mode now. Like, how can I pull her head? Listen, they don't understand. There come times when you just want to separate head from body. We got to the house. I wasn't talking. I'm done. See, some men, we talk too much. Shut your mouth and be a man.
That's right.
And stand your ground. If you want to be a man, be one. Girls, boys, doesn't matter. Don't differentiate.
That's right.
What's good for the goose,
That's
good
right.
for the gander. I promise you they will respect you more.
Yes, sir, they will. Yes, they will.
So she said, huh? I said, you still talking? Come on, let's go outside. Now we had to go down the stairs to go out the door. She said, you go first. I'm your father, you go first. If I kick you down the stairs, I got an insurance policy. So either way you look at it, I'm gonna get paid. If I go to jail, commissary gonna be right. Oh, I'm sorry. It is called commissary. On the books, whatever way you want to.